The Salt Strong Smart Fishing Spots got a whole new upgrade. It was already super powerful, telling you where to fish and when to fish. But on top of that, they added AI information that when you click on one of these smart spots, it'll actually give you an exact game plan. It is absolutely nuts. So my wife and I are out today and we are going to test that exact program. We're going to test the smart spots and we're going to use only the advice that it gives us.
All right, first things first, we're going to boot up Smart Fishing Spots and toggle on the Smart Spots layer. Then we want to open up the tide section. This is going to kind of give us some information on the incoming tide, but more importantly, what time we should be at our spot depending on the given strike score as well as the feeding score. Then go ahead and scroll over to whatever spot you want. We're going to pick a fair spot to really put it to the test. Once you have found it, click on the spot itself. It's going to give you a pop-up and click Analyze. Then as you can see, it is going to spit out a ton of information, everything that you would need to know. We're going to focus on what it wants us to throw and how it wants us to rig it. As you can see, it's really giving us two main options, the Power Prawn Junior and the Paddletail 2.0. So those are the only two lures I brought with me to fish today.
So we're starting out today on the Slam Shady 2.0 and the weedless Haas Helix. Smart Fishing Spots recommended this spot and the AI recommended this is what we use. So we're gonna try a couple different spots today. Right now we are in the first spot in the bayou where it says the strike score is pretty low at 5 and the bite is going to be fair. So this is gonna be the toughest bite of the day. We're gonna move spots throughout the day. So let's see if the Smart Fishing Spots AI advice really works. Oh, got one. That's a flounder. That's a flounder. Yeah, it is. Yeah, buddy. All right, we marked this spot off the list. Wow. A flounder? Yep, we got a little flounder. A little flounder. All right, folks. We tested the first spot of the day using the new AI advice. We came into the bayou. It said it was going to be a fair bite. To be fair, it has been a fair bite. This is the only fish we've caught. We caught a nice little flounder here, but we also caught him on... No! And we caught the little sucker on the weedless Haas Helix jig head that it recommended. And I used the Slam Shady 2.0 paddle tail that it recommended. So far, 1 spot out of 1 for AI here. That is pretty stinking cool. Wow. Ooh, it's shallow.
Spot number 2 is a couple miles away from where we went, but it's going to be in a similar type of area. So I went ahead and clicked on it, and as you can see, we are in a hot zone. It's spitting out the information, and it's still recommending the Power Prawn Junior and the 2.0. So I am going to stick with the 2.0 and see if we can get another fish real quick before we move into our third spot.
There's a fish. Yep. Something small. Maybe. Real small. Yeah, there's a trout. No, it is. Yeah, it's a little trout. You little turd. Now we just need a redfish for a slam, folks. All right, so far, Salt Strong Smart Spots AI is putting us on fish on a day where the strike score is super low. So that is pretty awesome, folks. But let's keep at it and see how well it does. All right, spot number 2 was technically a success. We got a way under slot trout and I had a few more bites, but they were all small. It's a school of small trout. So for the purpose of today's video, we are trying different areas using the advice given to us by the Salt Strong AI. And so far we are 2 for 2 and we are going to go to our third spot and we are going to go back to a fair spot, which means, hey, it's gonna be some tough fishing. And we're also going to use the other suggestion. We've been using the 2.0 paddle tail. We are going to use the Power Prawn Junior in this other spot, following all the same rules that our AI friend at Salt Strong has given us. And we're gonna end the video on that final spot. 1% on the GoPro, we're gonna scoot out of here. This thing will go in about 8 inches of water, and we got to about 1.2 in this spot. But this is the red hot zone as well. So red hot produced little trout. Hey, if I'd have stuck around the Jumping Bullet we're here, it could have been an epic fishing day, but we gotta keep it moving for the sake of the experiment. Sometimes it's hard to leave a red hot fishing spot knowing that you see a bunch of mullet and you know the redfish are there, but you know, is what it is. Let's go to our third and final spot, and hopefully a shrimp on the grass line will pull up a redfish. And not only will this experiment be a complete success, but the experiment will also end in an inshore slam. All right, let's do it. All right, folks, we have arrived at the mouth of the spot here for the final test of the day. It also suggested a round eye jig head. So I put the round eye jig head on and the Power Prawn Junior. Literally to a T, exactly what that sucker said. So we're gonna move on in here and we're gonna see. Final test, see if we can get 3 out of 3. And hopefully we can get that third redfish species for a slam. So this has been a really fun experiment, and I'm just blown away at how powerful it is. We already got jumping mullet, folks. All right, we're gonna drop it here, stand up, and get it going. And what's most impressive is that it's also winter time. And winter time is the hardest time to find fish. And it's just flat out usually regarded as just the hardest time to fish, unless you're fishing for sheep's head or whatever. So the fact that so far we've got 2 out of 2 spots following only the AI's advice is pretty impressive. We've got jumping mullet over there on that grass line. I'm gonna see if I can go for some quick trout right here in the middle.
Because you think as like a Christian guy, like why would that even need to be necessary? Like why would
Oh yeah, please be a redfish. Oh, it's a trout. I'll take a trout. Man, these Salt Strong Smart Spots are no joke. We are 3 for 3 for spots, 2 for 2 for lures, and 2 for 2 for jig heads, folks. Technically, we have completed the test. We could end the video right here. We have hit all of our boxes. However, this is the last spot of the day, so I'm gonna hang around and see if we can finally get that inshore slam we've been looking for. See ya, buddy. There's a fish. Oh, a little more pull. Is this our slam? Ah, I think it's a trout. Wait a minute. It's a baby redfish. Oh no! It's the day of small fish, but holy smokes, folks. We got our slam, baby. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it is a baby redfish. Woohoo! Smart Spots for the win, dude. AI got us an inshore slam of dinks. Look at that little turd. Woohoo! You're on the Salt Strong YouTube channel, buddy. Woohoo! Wow, what a successful test. That's so awesome. Well, folks, we're gonna end on that inshore slam. Redfish, speckled trout, and flounder. This is your sign to join the Salt Strong Insider program. And hey, if you would like some free materials, click the link in our description or go to www.saltstrong.com/free and we'll hand you some free stuff to get started. Anyway, this AI software is unbelievable. The Smart Spots already blew me away. I mean, I've got videos, tested them on my own channels. They are insane, but adding how to actually fish, that is unbelievable. We got a couple trout, redfish, flounder, and I want to emphasize, winter fishing is not the easiest fishing. They are picky, and I was curious what advice that it would spit out, and it basically said, downsize your lure, reel it really slow, don't spook any fish, and use a light jig head. And that's basically what I use on my charter and tell all my clients. I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. You saw the results. Thanks for hanging out, Salt Strong, and we'll see you in the next fishing adventure.